Oh, good take. Good take. As always, never lost it yet, have I? It's Run with the Ball time again, folks. Thanks for joining us. The game show that we play loosely to the rules of rugby union. Yes, and they're here ready to lock horns with the opposition. Our two team captains. It's Gareth Chilcott and David Lawrence, better known as Coochie and Sid. It's hotting up. It's hotting up, and two front rows ready to lock horns too. And let's go and see who's on Sid's team. First of all, we have Alison Kirbishley. Alison represents the new face of British women's athletics, and what a very nice face it is too. At 21, she's competed in the World and Olympic Games. On track, she's now setting her sights on the 400 metres hurdles. She has a world ranking of 14, and she's the British #1. So let's welcome her, Alison Kirbishley. That must be hard work, leaping over them hurdles, Alison. You're not that tall, are you?
Well, 5'6".
5'6".
They're only little.
How tall's Sally? Sally Gunnell?
She's a bit smaller.
She's a bit smaller?
Yeah.
That's good for you. Get over them hurdles. And we wish you luck.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show. Also on the panel today we have Alistair Hignell. Alistair is a Cambridge True Blue, I believe on no less than 3 occasions, so I believe here. Successful rugby star and cricketer, an all-rounder. Alistair can also be heard broadcasting on BBC Radio 5 Live, but thankfully he's left all that and come with us today. Say hello to him, Alistair Hignell. Rugby or cricket first love, which?
Well, the one that paid. And in those days it was cricket. Now of course they both pay, but in those days it was cricket, so that had to be the first choice.
Not so many all-rounders these days though, is there?
Impossible to do these days.
Impossible to do, but you were a good one, and welcome to the show. Nice to have you with us. Over to Coochie's team now. Let's see who we've got over there. We've got Paul Palmer. Paul is one of our finest swimmers. He's competed in World, European and Olympic Championships, going gold in a 97 European 200 metres freestyle. Let's say hello to Paul Palmer.
Hello, Paul. Sorry.
Nice to see you, Paul. And joining us over there on the end, we do have Leroy Rossignol, former West Ham and Bristol City and Fulham star, now manager of Gloucester City. He's a big favourite here with us on Run with the Ball. Let's say hello to Leroy.
Hello, mate.
Still keeping fit, Leroy?
Not so much these days, no.
Not so much these days, but you crack them into shape at Gloucester though, do you?
Yeah, I enjoy that more.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Welcome to the show, and on with the game. It's round 1. This is where we ask each of our team members a question on their specialised sport. 1 point for every correct answer. You know the rules. If they all get them, they get a try worth 5 points, plus the chance to go for a conversion worth another 2 points. So, who won the toss? Sid won the toss. He's going first. And Sid, your first question. You can scrum down to confer, as you know, okay? Bonus points available, so stand by. Sid, what was unusual about the two players who topped the first-class batting averages for Gloucester and Somerset in 1997? What was unusual? Two players who topped the first-class batting averages, Gloucestershire and Somerset in 77. It's rude to whisper. Poor old Alison. Do you know Alison?
I was only 1.
Do you? 1997?
Oh, 1970, no,
God, you've grown. You fall asleep in a glow bag or something?
They are both overseas players?
No, I'm sorry. Offered over to Coochie. You who?
Leroy's got a theory that might just work.
Okay.
Go on.
Both captains.
No, actually, they were both wicket keepers. It was Jack Russell and Rob Turner, both scored more than 1,000 first-class runs. There we go. No chance for a try. Over to Alison. So, Alison, your question now. In the European Cup women's competition in Munich of 1997, Great Britain finished 3rd, winning just 2 out of 19 events. Who were the successful athletes? We don't necessarily need the event, no, but the athletes.
Sally Gunnell.
Sally Gunnell in 400 metres hurdles.
The other winner was...
Think about it. If you want a clue, I will help you. You can convert if you want. Let's come down if Alistair knows.
Yeah, I was there. I was in the team.
She was in the
We
team.
didn't win the
What chance
relay.
have you got?
We didn't win the relay.
Gonna have to
No, it's women. We're talking women,
Yeah,
aren't
he's
we?
got cross-dresser,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
women. Jonathan.
I don't listen to questions.
Okay.
Paula didn't win.
Gotta hurry, really. Need an answer.
Paula
Guess.
Radcliffe.
No, I'm sorry. Can I hand it over to Cooch? Paul knows.
Guess. Total guess. Aisha Hansen.
No, I'm sorry. It was in fact Kelly Holmes in the
Sorry,
1,500 metres. Never mind, not to worry. So, yeah, still no chance for try, but it's all on Alistair to get a point for your team. Alistair, what word is missing from this quote by an RFU safety officer? We are very good at catching streakers, but blanks are a different matter. I'll give you it again. We're very good at catching streakers, but blanks or are a different matter. Scrum down to confer if you wish.
All blanks.
Do you want me to give you a clue? I'll give you a clue. Do you want a clue?
What do you say?
A clue. Okay, the thing they're talking about is actually the emblem of the country we're talking about. No.
Wallabies.
No, it's not Wallabies. Over to Cooch.
We think it's the French cockerel.
You're dead right. It's the cockerel because French supporters bring live cockerels to matches because it's the emblem of France. Imagine if they brought a snail, they'd be bringing them there all day, wouldn't they? Never mind. Okay, so we move over now to Cooch's team. He stole some very good bonus points there, may I say. Very good bonus points. Now it's your section, and you're starting off, Cooch. Who made his 50th appearance for England in the Five Nations match against Wales in 1998? His 50th appearance. I love it when he looks at me all blank like that. Stand by to steal over there, Sid's team, and Alistair. And Alison.
Your mate Jeremy Guscott.
You're dead right, 1 point. Paul Palmer. Paul, at the 1996 Olympics, Danyon Loader won both the men's 200 metres and 400 metres freestyle gold medals. Which country is he from?
He's a Kiwi, New Zealand.
You're absolutely right, he is. Stand by, Leroy, because if you get this, you've got a chance for a conversion. Leroy, two famous jockeys, Sir Gordon Richards and Willie Carson, both shared a passion for football and became directors of a club. Which club?
Swindon Town.
Swindon Town, you're right indeed.
That's my boys.
Okay. And would you like archery or cricket?
I think we'd better have... It can't be handed over as a bonus.
No, it can't.
We'll go cricket.
You'll go cricket. Okay. Which of these fast bowlers has the highest test batting average? Waqar Younis, Sid Lawrence, or Courtney Walsh? Highest test batting average.
Should be our Sid, you know.
Scrum down to confer if you wish. You get this conversion.
We can't give him a satisfaction coming out.
No.
Whacker.
Yeah, go for Whacker.
Whacker.
Sid. Whose average is exactly 10, and let's have a round of applause for Sid. What about that? At the end of that round, Sid's team have got nothing, and Cooch is in the lead with 6. So, yes indeed, it's on to round 2 and our sporting celebrity montage. Each team gets a montage of 6 sports celebrities. Can they name them all? We will soon find out. 1 point for each correct one, and we give them an extra 2 bonus points, making 8 if they get all 6. Good luck to you, Cooch. You're first up, mate, and here comes your 6 sporting personalities. Well, I've seen them easier. I've seen them harder. But,
Right.
well, I see them correct.
Well, we're quite confident.
Oh, good. That's what I like to hear. Okay.
My old tight-head adversary, Deacon, it won
You're right.
from Gloucester. Informed it's number 2, it's...
Simmons.
Andrew Simons.
Simons, yeah.
Give you that.
Third was Mike Lloyd from Caterham, Gloucester, Bristol, Bath, and any other club who will take him.
You're not wrong.
They're all Lloydy. Mike Teague. Jonathan Webb, who I had the pleasure of playing with. Jonathan.
Number 6.
And number 5, I've got a funny feeling it was another Gloucester player.
Who?
David Sims.
You got a full house. What about that? First time ever. First time so far. Never say ever again, but he's got 6, so he's got himself 2 bonus points, scoring 8 in that round. Cooch, well played.
Thank you, lads. Thank you, lads.
Okay, let's have a look at home one more time at them. Andy Deacon. Andrew Simons, former Gloucestershire player. Michael Lloyd. Mike Teague. David Sims. We didn't think you'd get that one.
No.
And Dr. Jonathan Webb, of course, former England fullback. Very, very good scoring. So, Sid, you're up against it, mate. But you've got a good team with you there. So scrum down to confer, because here come your 6 sporting personalities. Yes, some very famous faces there from sports world. Okay, Sid, Alistair and Alison, how do you reckon you've done?
We got Ozzy Adidas for number 1.
Yes.
Number 2.
Is a Western Samoan player.
You're absolutely right.
Got the Western Samoan
Do you wanna
tracksuit
have
on.
a stab
Let's
at
have a guess at Peter Fatialofa.
No, it wasn't Peter Fatialofa. You can have another guess as it's so hard, to be fair.
I'll give you a chance because you're down. It's a centre.
Go on, because it is a tough one, that.
I'll give him it, Western Samoa. We're great sister
If
there.
I give you the first name,
Pardon?
Tala
Talalatoa.
Lysameova. Yep, we're going to give you that, because Western Samoa, that was a real toughie. So we've got 2 out of 2 so far. Number 3, Sid?
Monty Lynch.
Yep. 4?
Sally.
Zola Bud.
Zola, sorry.
Zola Bud, yeah.
Zola
Zola
Bud.
Bud.
Ivan Lendl.
Yvonne Lendl.
Number 6 was...
A guess. Richard Hannon.
No, I'm sorry, it wasn't that. It's the one that let you down there. Stand by.
I've had the great pleasure of having him on the show.
Yes?
Paul Nicholls.
Paul Nicholls, racing trainer. You're right there. Well played. Okay. Let's have one more look at home, shall we? See if you get them all. They were quite tough. Ozzy Ardiles. That Western Samoan bloke. Monty Lynch. Zola Bird, covered in mud. Yvonne Lendl. And Paul Nicholls, West Country trainer, successful West Country trainer, may I say as well. Okay, there we go. So the scores like this, Sid's team's got 5, but Coochie's in the front with 15, a bit of a cushion. Hope you don't miss us, we won't be long. Join us after the break for some more Run with the Ball. See you then. Weren't gone long, were we? No, welcome back to the second half of Run with the Ball, and we're in the ruck. It's double your score round, okay? Because it's sporting landmarks. 1 question to each player, 1 point for every correct answer, and double your score with a drop goal question if they get them all right. So who are we going to start with first? We'll start with, I think, Alison, okay? Alison, this is going to be a landmark from the West Country, or it could be from London's capital city. You will soon find out if you look at your monitor and see if you can tell us exactly where it is. There we are. I reckon you'll know that.
Hopefully.
Yep.
The University of Bath.
It's the University of Bath is correct for 1 point. Well done. Paul, over to you on this one, and have a look around at the scenery and what's going on, Paul, and see if you can come up with this location. Somewhere in the West Country or somewhere in London's capital city? Yeah. It's the West Country, of course it is.
It's either the University or Philwood up in North. Is it one of them?
Well, you
no,
can spend
you
that,
can't.
but we need Paul to sort of make a final decision on it.
Right, just give me the words to say.
Go on, Paul, have a guess.
Philwood.
Have a guess,
Philwood.
Paul.
Philwood.
No, it's actually Bristol Ice Rink. Would you believe it? Bristol Ice Rink. Yes. Never mind. Over to Alistair Hignall now. Alistair, one for you here. A sporting location in the West Country.
Redland Tennis Club.
I don't think it is actually. It's King's Lawn Tennis Club in Bristol. Of course, you know what famous tennis star played there, don't you? No, you don't.
Joe Jury then.
Joe Jury is correct. Never mind. We go over to Leroy now. Leroy, yes, it's a landmark in London's capital city. Now,
That is a tough one.
I reckon.
Highbury, Arsenal.
Pardon?
Highbury, Arsenal.
Arsenal's Highbury is absolutely correct. Now, the situation is here as it stands. Is both teams have got some questions wrong, so no one can go for a drop goal question, but there's still valuable points to be had as we go to Captain Sid now. Captain Sid, a location for you somewhere in the west of England, Sid. I think it could be a golf course. All right, let's think. Do you want a bit of a clue on this one?
Yes.
What have you got your hand up for? You know you can't have a bonus point in this round.
Sorry, no.
He always does that. Look around the beautiful scenery there. Not far away from Bristol, not a million miles away from Bath.
in between the both. Where's
Pardon? Lansdowne? No. Do you know what it is?
We reckon it's Salford.
You're right, but you can't have a point. But we just wanted to exercise that bit out of your system. Well done.
I won't do it again.
Cooch, now it's your turn. Sorry about that. I did try and help you with that one, but it was a toughie. Okay, over to Coochie now, and do you know where that is?
Well, I reckon if you put the letters on the front, it's Keynsham Town.
Yes, he's got it, of course he has. Keynsham Town.
This is loaded.
Okie dokie, so at the end of that round the scores are like this now. It's Sid's team got 6, but Cooch is in front with 17! Alright, Leroy Ross Senior, it's always a pleasure to see you, Leroy. And over the years you've scored some cracking goals in various clubs. I mentioned West Ham, didn't I? And I mentioned Fulham and Bristol City, but you played for some others, didn't you?
Yeah, I played for Queen's Park Rangers as well.
Queen's Park Rangers. Who did you score most of your goals for?
West Ham.
West Ham.
West
And
Ham,
they've come on great guns in the past 12 months or so, and I fancy them for Europe this year, do you?
Just signed Ian Wright, which is a great signing. Great signing.
A friend of mine goes there regularly. He said that, asked Harry Redknapp last year if he thought they'd be in Europe, and Harry said, only if we write a song. Quite a good gag, I thought. Okay, so that's the scores now. We move on to round 4, and this is our identification round. There's a word I can say correctly anyway, isn't it? And we bring on some mascots, some various teams now to show for you. And who are we going to start with first? We are going to start with, I think, in the lead is Coochie's team, so it's your first guess, Coochie. And here's a mascot that's come down for us. From which club? These mascots do an absolutely wonderful job for their football clubs. How are you doing? They turn up every week, they get the supporters going, and they had a great colourful atmosphere to all the games. That's what it's all about, and we thank them for coming today too. There we go. Looks very much like our producer.
Well, we think, Leroy and Paul, we've come to the conclusion, it's definitely come down the M4 corridor from Chelsea.
Yes, it's Stanford the Lions! Thanks, Stanford! And good luck to Chelsea! Yes, well done. Nice to see you. Nice to see an English person coming from Chelsea. Now, even the Lions from the jungle, can you believe it? Even the mascot. Never mind. Right, we move on now, but good luck to Chelsea in the forthcoming season. Now, Sid, now do not worry, Sid, because you have a mascot too. And here comes that said person. Oh, what a mover! What a mover! Hello, how are you? Oh, thank you very much. Cracking mascot there. They all do great work for their clubs, believe you me. And this one is no exception there. Another team that has had a good season of late, and a cracking season ahead, I'm sure, too.
Derby County.
Derby County. Do you know the name? It's Rami, of course it is. A big round of applause for Rami. Thank you very much. Okay, so the scores in that round is 9 points to 16, but Coochie has 20. Before we move on, we're going to have a little chat to Alison again. Alison, now, all this hurdling and all this sort of stuff is great. I mean, I think it's wonderful, because we've always done well, really, with hurdlers, haven't we, over the years, both the men's and women's?
Yeah, we have.
What do you think that is?
Well, it's one of those things. I mean, it is a tough event to crack.
What sort of training do you have to do for that?
You have to be as strong as a 400 runner, but also have the technique as a sprint hurdler. So it is very, very difficult.
Well, we all wish you luck, don't we, folks? We certainly do. Alison Kirbishley, thank you very much indeed. Moving us nicely on to our final round of Run with the Ball, and this is where the scores can actually change now, okay? Because it's that time again, folks. It's the sin bin round, where we ask them a question. If they know the answer, they get a point. If they do not know, they wear one of our Run with the Ball celebrity hats. Yes, okay, they can't come in the game then unless all 3 teammates are out. So here we go, and Coochie's in front, so you're going to be going first, and it'll be Paul Palmer who will be going first. So good luck to you guys. Paul's questions, here we go. Your time starts now. Paul, who knocked Aston Villa out of the UEFA Cup last season?
Arsenal.
No, sin bin hat on.
Liverpool.
Sin bin hat on, Leroy.
Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, you're still in the game and you're on your own. Which circuit staged the last of its 4 British Grand Prix in 1962?
Brands Hatch.
No hat on, it was Aintree. Hat off, all back in the game, Paul Palmer. What was opened in Lords in 1868 and then demolished 99 years later?
No, I don't know.
It's the hat on. You don't know?
Don't know.
It's the Tavern. Back to you, Paul. What do Gloucestershire's Sunday League cricket side call themselves?
No idea.
Okay. Leroy?
Don't know.
No idea. It's the Gladiators. The Gladiators. Back to Paul Palmer again. In 1982, Gloucester shared the John Player Cup in a 12-all draw with which club? What's it? Hey,
Rosemary.
Rosemary?
Mosley.
Mosley.
Yeah, Mosley. You heard it wrong. Shouldn't have been cheating, should you? Okay, over to Rosemary. Which England cricket captain was involved in claims of ball tampering in 1994?
Yeah, Atherton.
Atherton? Mike Atherton is correct. Back to you, Cooch. No, it's not back to you. Okay. You're a great vent act. You know that. Ray Allen and Lord Charles will be so envious.
Sorry.
Okay. So it means you've only got 15 to beat. You've only got 15 to beat. Now, I know you can do it if you get a good start. If you get a good start, and if I cheat, I think you've got every chance of actually doing this. So good luck to you. And we're going to start with Alison Kirbishley, and your time starts now. Walter Swinburne rode Shergar to victory in the 1981 Derby, but who rode him to win the Irish Derby?
Lester Piggott.
Lester Piggott is correct. Okay, so it's over to Alistair. Which 15-a-side game is played on the pitch between 140 and 160 yards long, with each team having 3 full forwards and 3 half forwards?
Australian rules.
Oi,
football.
no. Gaelic football is correct. Okay, it's just you in the game. You got your hat on, Alistair. Sid, who was motor racing's champion world driver in 1992? There goes
Nigel Mansell.
That's right, yeah. Who holds the world record for point scoring in international rugby?
Liner.
Yes, you're right. You're doing well. You're all on your own. Whose skeleton is the prize exhibit at the Irish National Horse Museum? The great horse.
Dodo.
It's Arkle. Back in the game, Alison Kirbishley. In 1997, Tiger Woods won the Masters by the widest ever margin, 12 shots. Who was runner-up? Just think of someone up there with something in the air. Lot of wind. Lot of wind.
Greg Norman.
No, Tom Kite. My God, it's hard work. You're back in the game again. Alison, which international golfer missed 18 months competition because of rheumatoid arthritis? He's Spanish.
Oh, Seve Ballesteros.
No.
Olafable.
Olafable, well done. So how often, I started so I'll carry on, how often is golf's US Masters held every year? How often every year?
Annually?
Annually is absolutely right. Well played, Alistair. Well, it's not made an awful lot of difference, but you managed to catch up a few because 16 have got 15, but Coochie's won it with 23. Thank you to Leroy, to Paul Palmer. Thank you to Alistair Hignor, to Alison Kirbishley, to Coochie, and of course to Sid. It was a good game. It always is a good game. But folks, don't forget to join us next time. I've been Lee Carroll, and I will be next time that we play Run with the Ball. Catch us if you can.